Hello, if I could ask you, if the coach and Emre, a question in English, same question. Phenomenal form since the World Cup, played 10 and won 10. Just explain to us about the confidence levels that gives you as a player and you as a coach, and how you've managed to achieve that and keep that run going.
Ja, wir haben in Deutschland schon sehr häufig diese Frage.
In English, please.
But they told us that we have to answer all the questions in German.
You have simultaneous translation.
Yeah, come on.
We have simultaneous translation. Sorry.
Yeah, but we can't use that though.
Yeah. So I'm going to try it in English. All right. So we received this kind of question during the last weeks for a couple of times. As a coach, we sit down with our staff, with our team, and we try to find solutions. We know that the media is always looking for problems and describing problems, and we sit it down and we try to find solutions. And this is what we did over the World Cup break. And then we start to work really hard and very early. And now we are getting the results. The results are gaining us some confidence for sure. But confidence won't win us tomorrow's game. Maybe it's going to help us in a couple of moments, but it won't win us game. So we won't rely on confidence. We also have some problems that we've been facing also in these kind of wins. If you remember the first leg against Chelsea, and this is something that we work on, and we know that we have to improve our performance for tomorrow's game. So then we're going to have a good chance to get to the next round.
Same question.
Yeah, I think it's the same answer, and I think we worked hard for that success, and we spoke in the winter break a lot, and we said, hey, we have to do it better, because we were not happy with the first part of the season. We were sixth in the Bundesliga, and we didn't play that good. And I think I say that many times in the last few weeks. And we are human beings. We can't play always our best football. And but what we can is that we are there for each other, that we fight as a team and be a team. And I think we did it in the last few weeks excellent.
Thank you,
Another question for Emre in English, please. I know you've had a lot on your plate, but I've been asked to ask you by all your friends in Liverpool whether you saw the match yesterday and get your reaction to it. A vital game for Liverpool, beating Man United 7-0.
To be honest, I didn't see the game. And I was not at home, that's why I didn't see the game. And but the reaction was amazing when I saw the result. Of course, I'm looking always to Liverpool, and of course it's special to win against Man U 7-0. It's amazing, and I can imagine there in the city is a lot of fun now at the moment.
Hi, there's a question for both gentlemen, please. Jude Bellingham comes to London with a lot of attention focused on him, in particular with his future, with regard to his future. I know what your heads will say, but you've both experienced working, playing in the Premier League. What do you think the future holds for him, and would you stand in his way, or would you advise him not to come to the Premier League?
Look, with all the respect for Jude and his performance, we are answering this kind of questions since he arrived. So everybody knows about his potential, and I think that he, before he chose to join us, had also the opportunity to join the Premier League. There have been loads of interest from all the top flight clubs, but he chose to join us because he knows that this can be the perfect step for him, and I think we've proven it both ways. So he's helping us a lot, but I also think that we as a club on that stage are helping him and his career as well. And so we are really happy and delighted that he's part of our team. He's one of our leaders. By the age of 19, he stepped through to the English national team as a player of BVB, and this is something that we are really happy with. But we also know that we need a good performance from him tomorrow to get to the next stage, and so this is something that is going to be a topic for his future. But our future now is that we're going to face a really good opponent tomorrow with Chelsea FC, and so we need him in a good way tomorrow.
It's difficult to answer. Always same question, and yeah, it's similar what Edin said. I think, of course, everybody knows his potential, and he's a world class talent, and yeah, it's difficult to say. I think Jude have to know by his own what he's doing, and I think. Yeah, it's difficult to say what is the best for him, and he and his family have to decide that.
Hi there. A question for Edin, because my German is sehr schlecht, so this will be in the English. I'm from Norwegian television, and we're of course interested in Julian Ryerson, who is suspended for the game, but he picked up a yellow card in the 90th minute, which looked quite unnecessary in a way. Were you aware he was bringing 2 yellow cards from the Europa League? Were you aware of the situation before you let him on the last couple of minutes?
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, but it was a very, very important situation. So we conceded so many counterattacks in that game. So it was also. We always say we want to stop a counterattack as high as possible and as nice as possible. But in this situation, he made a foul, and I think he carried the ball away as well. So it was a yellow card that was deserved. He was in the press conference before that game looking for his debut, and unfortunately he's not allowed to join us tomorrow. But hopefully he can join us in the next round. So we're going to fight not only for him, also for all the other players that are missing for tomorrow. We're going to fight for the next round, and then he's going to be a part again. And
just a follow-up question: what will you be missing when he's not available? Because he can play on both flanks in defence.
Yeah, you saw his quality in our last game against Leipzig on Friday night. This is one of the reasons why we've been fighting for him to bring him into our club. He's not only very good in the defense, he's also very calm on the ball. Technical wise, he's helping us a lot in build-up play. He can play on both sides, and that's very good for every coach to make a squad, because you can't have every position with 18 players in the squad. You can't have every position covered with 2 players. And if you have players that are able to play on many positions, and if you ask Emre, he played, I think, in nearly every position in our team, only not as a goalie and as a central striker, but the rest. And this is really good for every coach in the world. And then we knew that he's going to be suspended, and so we have to make a choice on Friday. And we choose that he's going to start on Friday, so we can bring a fresh player tomorrow with Rafa Guerreiro. And Rafa made a decent game in the first leg, and hopefully can have a decent game tomorrow. And then we're going to fight for the next round.
Hi, I'm Riccardo Gentile, Sky Italia. Just this question to Terzic. Maybe after the German Final Cup, is this the most important game in your young coaching career?
I don't know, and I don't care, because it's not about me, it's about Borussia Dortmund, and I'm part of the team. I remember that we also played in the quarterfinals 2 years ago against Sevilla. It was also a very important game, and then we played against Man City. In the quarterfinals against Man City was also very important. But once again, it's not about us, about me. It's about us, and it's a very important game for us as a club. And we want to show that we can compete on this level, and that we are ready to fight to be one of the top 8 teams in Europe. But by the end of the day, we just want to deserve it. If we deserve to go to the next round, we're going to be happy.
Thank you very much, and see you tomorrow after the match.
Thank you.